Alright, so we're back with some more Triple Nizzle. Alright, so we just entered the Steam engine room. June's got a bit of a fever, and basically she got a free pass out of using her brain box to think of solutions to puzzles and shit. Wish I could look pretty and get out of puzzles. It's a square hole. Nothing in here. Ah, look at the back there. I can see 3 small slots, terminals for some sort of connector perhaps. You mean, you think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Where? Look at that button. It's glowing orange, right? It's gotta mean something. I guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything. Huh. Nothing. For now. I'd say this is probably here to move coal from place to place. It probably comes from over there. And then the belt carries it down the tunnel and out here. So if the conveyor belt was moving, yeah, the coal would almost certainly come out here. Alright. Good to know. This gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. A golden gear? It doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well then I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. Looks like there's a door over there in the tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into this door. The door appears to be welded shut, however. Okay. A huge golden gear. I have a feeling it's important. So, this is where you put coal into the furnace? That's right. I had a look at it earlier, but it's rusted shut, I'm afraid. Perhaps you should check the other side? This is the huge oven for the boiler. There are 3 open areas in it. Each of the open areas has a gear in it. Rusty, sturdy, huge bronze. A bronze gear. I'm guessing the other one's a silver one. It's a silver gear. Do you think it's made of pure silver? No way. Silver's way too soft to use for a gear. It's gotta be a steel or iron gear that's been coated with silver. Nah. Shouldn't have called it a silver gear then. Shouldn't have got your hopes up. Were you thinking you'll hold this thing back? Nah, I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you? Dude, come on now. Whoa, there's like so much shit in this puzzle. These 2 columns are different from the others. The lights are red. 3 sliders on the left are down, but this one's up. There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we are meant to do something rather specific. Junpei, why don't you move that slider down? There's no harm in trying, I suppose. Nothing. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow. You said if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond somehow? Yeah, I suppose that's one way of putting it. Tits! One of the doors of the furnace. There's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give this sucker a twist. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. It's probably pitch black in there. We should, go in here. Alright. Let's go. This just looks like the door we went into. Where are we? We must be on the other side, yeah? Which would put us directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to do. Investigate! Man, there sure is, son. There sure is. There are a whole bunch of boxes in my way. I can't get through. Well, anyway, looks like that's the pipe. Looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt housing. The and coal must come out of this pipe onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. There are a number of boxes on the catwalk. I don't think we can go over there. Catwalk. Ah, I see. So we'll use this to get onto the other sides of the boxes? Alright, let's give the wheel a spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Ugh. Shit. It's a wheel that seems to be a part of a winch. There are some pegs on the back that look like they go into the holes of the winch. Okay. Good job, genius, you broke it. Didn't break it. It broke by itself. A hand-operated winch. The wheel it once had is now in my hands. Let's see if I can get it back on. There's a couple of posts on the back of it that look like they'd fit in the holes of the winch. Damn, no good. These little shafts are too small for this big hole. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, to be honest. If that's the case, then the wheel wasn't originally part of this winch. Then that means
it's part of something else, right?
there are a whole bunch of boxes blocking the way here. You have an excellent memory. Use that to draw a map inside your head. That way you won't get lost. Hand-operated winch. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah, I've got the wheel I pulled off the other winch, don't I? Let's see if it fits. Sweet! It fits perfect. Like they were made for each other. I'll shake it all. Good. I should be able to turn this now. Good work, Junpei. I should be able to haul up the wooden box now. You see the wooden box? It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on a winch, isn't it? Looks like there's some sort of device in the box. Not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel up now. I'm counting on you. Okay, here I go. Believe in me. What's this? What happened? The wheel only turns to the left. It only turns to the left? It means we can't reel up the rope. Yeah. We can only let the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that would be a problem. We'll simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. I'll be counting on you, Junpei. Sure thing, no sweat. I believe the box has reached the floor. Yeah. He stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently hung just below the catwalk now sat on the floor. It had come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt, near where June had collapsed. Junpei could see her still leaning against the wall as if she barely had the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she'd not improved. He almost thought he could see heat rising from her body. She doesn't seem to be improving. Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he said what they'd all been thinking. But of course not. She's not just gonna get better right away, you know? It'll take time. You say that, Junpei, but she did get better all of a sudden when it first kicked in. I wonder why, or how. He tried desperately to convince himself that what he'd said was true. What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps? Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion. Sense's response was confident and certain. She gets dropped into some weird-ass shit, forced to play some messed-up game. think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know? So you're saying we're abnormal? Yeah. We're just running around this room solving all the puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs. Santa snorted in disgust. Guinea pig? You mean like a lab rat? You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying? No. But it does seem like a possibility, you know? They stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking, until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him. Experiments. Here we go. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. Well, shit. Look, Ace. It's some kind of snowman secret meaning. Those are just bags full of sand. You use them as a counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. There are a number of cloth bags over here. There's nothing but sand in them. Alright, so where was the place? Ah, is this the place with the box? Sweet. Control panel for something. Brill. Ah, control panel for something. Some kind of machine. Maybe a control panel? Maybe this hole is where the control panel goes. There's only one way to find out. In you go. Sweet. Dude, you did it. Everything looks alright. Okay, but what do we do now? Why don't you press the button next? The orange one? Yeah. Alright, I'll do that. Pushing.
Swell!
All sorts of lights are lighting up on this thing. And, oh! Yeah, I think I just heard something turn on. What's that? What happened? Junpei, look! Conveyor belt's moving. Conveyor belt? There's so much shit going on. Oh! Well, I guess it's done moving now. Still a bunch of coal on the belt, though. Looks like a bunch of it got dumped off the end of the belt into that wooden box where we found the control panel. Coal. Coal, huh?
I got a box filled with coal, y'all.
A wooden box full of coal. Guess there's really one thing we can do with this stuff. Burn. Burn. Burn.
Yeah, put the coal in there.
There's a hole that'll let us put coal into the furnace. Maybe if we can get some coal in there and set it on fire. Okay, let's do it. Alright, it's the last of it. No coal left in the wooden box. And nothing. Great. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Why would just throwing coal into a coal furnace do anything? Ah well, a man can dream. Junpei, explain it to me again. You're planning to stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine and drive the steam engine, right? Yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Huh. In that case, this isn't enough coal. This furnace is enormous, so we're gonna need a whole hell of a lot more coal than this. Very well then. If the three of us work together, we should be able to manage to fill it much faster.
I'm out of here too, motherfucker!
Man, I totally didn't even see you walk up. Are you feeling up to that? Yes. Yeah, right. You look like you're one stiff breeze away from falling over, June. I think you better rest some more, alright? But, no arguing. You need your rest, so you just stay there, we'll handle this. Okay. I understand. Alright, time for some more manly work. Let's get this coal into them furnaces. Men. This is a lot of work. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, now we just gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. Makes you think I have matches. I see. And how are we gonna light it? Perhaps there's a device nearby that will allow us to remotely ignite the coal? Let's take a look, shall we? Some sort of ignition device, huh? Well then. I can't figure out how I'm supposed to light this thing. Junpei, have you thought about looking at the other side? You're right. I should take a look over there. It's coal. It's shiny. And black. And coal-like. Alright, what if we spin this bitch or something? A huge golden gear. I have a feeling it's important. This is where the coal goes. Or would go, if all three of these things hadn't rusted shut. There's a whole bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall. I already looked through those. There's nothing there. Ah, this thing's no longer fucked. Is this? I think it might be. It probably is. I think this is how we might ignite the furnace. I mean, that's if we move that thing down. Alright, let's do it. Here we go. Alright, Junpei Ace, look at this. There's big gears turning under the boiler here. Yeah, player. Yeah, player. What? The gears. They're spinning. What are you guys waiting for? Let's start looking. Spinning? Spinning. Oh, but damn it. I got this gold disc. Aye, I can take it. Aye. Gold disc. It has a number of lines engraved on it. I can make out 3 colors here. Red, blue, and black. I wonder what they mean. I have no clue, dude. But I has a feelings. Yeah. Figures. Bronze disc. It has a bunch of lines on it in 3 different colors. Red, blue, and black. Silver disc. Whoops. The silver disc has a bunch of lines on it, but the red ones really stand out, right? The red ones, huh? Okay, so we got these discs. Right. Hey, Junpei, you remember that silver disc? Do you remember where it was when we found it? I think it was on the top. Why? Nothing, just thinking. I'm pretty sure we found the silver disc in the top slot of the weird indentation. Alright. Ah, bollocks. The indentation where I found the bronze disc in the bottom right. There's nothing here anymore. Junpei, the gold disc we found. Do you remember where it was when we found it? I think it was on the bottom left. Why? I was just thinking.
I'm pretty certain the gold disc was on the bottom left when we found it.
Right. So we got these discs. The silver one was at the top, bronze bottom right, gold bottom left. each disc is gold, you know, silver, bronze, with different colors, different lines on them. And each gear has different slots in them. 3 slots to fit. Wait, no they don't. You wouldn't be able to fit 3 in there. They'd clash with one another. Okay, so switching them out and putting them in different areas isn't working. Right, well then. I'm not gonna pretend to know what I'm doing. I am just simply rolling. There's a small door on the side of the tunnel. It's welded shut and won't open. Box. Gotta be something with these lines. Well, the red ones really stick out on the silver one. What do I do here? Okay, it's all good knowing that we found the gold plate in the bottom left of the gold fucking gear, but what do I do with that information? Damn. Right now my brain is running blanks. Hopefully that'll change, but right now I'm in the dark. Oh, wait. Here we go. Maybe we put those 3 discs in we found. There's only one way to find out. I'd stick them in. Huh? That's odd. Nothing's happening. Maybe, I don't know, pulling them in the wrong places? Perhaps you have to have them facing the wrong directions. Perhaps you should rotate the discs to make some of the lines connect to one another. No harm in trying. When the disc is touched, it will rotate a certain amount. When the white arrow is touched, the discs are switched. Please note when the discs are switched, the angles of the discs are reset. I think that was it. Yeah. The red lines on these discs. I think maybe I can make a star polygon with these. Oh, bud. Seriously? Holy shit! I thought there was so much more to that puzzle. Nice. Yes, the door's open. Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. He seemed to share his excitement. Alright, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on this door. What, in case it shuts? Santa snorted. Why do we need to do that? Exactly. Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle. We could just open it again. Well, I suppose that's true. Should all 3 of us go and collect June then? Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it. He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs, petulantly. So you're only interested in being contrary? Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent. Alright, I'll go get June. I'll be right back. He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. Don't you dare. He was back on the first floor next to the conveyor belt in June. She's still there? As he drew closer, she stood up slowly. Good. Are you okay? He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice. Yes, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry. June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or still feverish. Just to make sure, he reached down and put his hand against her forehead. Good. You're feeling a lot better. She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but still wasn't down to what seemed normal to him. You sure you're alright? He had to be sure. June gave him a look. Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops. I mean, warrior. June giggled. What? He wasn't sure if she just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, then she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead. Let's go. Go where? All right, I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so... Great! Let's go! June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. Let's get the fuck out of here. As they walked back toward the exit, Junpei noticed Santa sitting on the stairs. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of him. What are you looking at? Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet. It's a photo. It's my sister. Sister? Santa, you've got a sister? Santa simply nodded. Yeah. Kid was as cute as a button. June cocked her head, confused. She was only about an inch tall then. Santa glared at her. Ah, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch? Oh God. Santa didn't smile or laugh. He simply turned back to his picture and spoke. I was her Santa Claus. This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either. Have you ever heard the story of the two Santa Clauses? Two Santa Clauses? It goes a long time ago. There were two Santas. One of them wore white, and the other wore black. The white Santa gave presents to good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. They went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon, the white Santa couldn't stand it anymore, and he stabbed the black Santa to death. When he stabbed the other Santa, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. And that's why these days, his clothes are red. You could say that red is all that's left of the black Santa. Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. Well, he's replaced so much white with red. Is he really the white Santa still? June was staring at Santa, sadness plain on her face. He continued. I wonder which Santa I am. The white Santa or the black? Alright, let's go. Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. Wow. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time. Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say. Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on. Santa's voice echoed from the room above them. They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired. The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for concern. Junpei quickly solved the disc puzzle a second time, and the door opened once again. I wonder why it closed. In single file, they walked through. After walking for nearly 15 feet, they found themselves in front of a metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. A new room stretched out before them. What's this bullshit? What's this bullshit? Huh? Great. Is this a warehouse? No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of the vessel's freight. There are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are. Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance. Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
Oh, me bollocks. Detective Dipday. On the case.